All right, so I've got a couple more examples for reflections where we're flipping. Reflections are flipping transformations. And in this one, my pre-image is A, B, C. So you always want to be able to identify those coordinates. So my coordinates are -4, 1. B, I want to make sure I go in order. So -1, 3. And C is -1, 1. If I'm reflecting across the x-axis, I'm going to get a different color here. I'm going to take it one point at a time like I always do. My x goes across my my A goes across my x-axis, which is this one. So imagine that horizontal line is my mirror. If I'm 1 point away from my mirror right here, then I'm going to be 1 point below. So there's my A prime. Always label. If I'm from my x-axis up 1, 2, 3 to get to my B, then I want to go down 1, 2, 3 to get to my B prime. And then C, if I'm going to go up 1 from my axis, I'm going to go down 1. So just keep it nice and organized. Once you make the points that you have, you can connect them and list their coordinates. In 8th grade, you not only have to make the image, you have to list the coordinates. So my coordinates of A are -4, -1. B is -1, -3. And C is -1, -1. And you could look at that easily and do the math if you wanted to, and you could see the changes all stay this. We had the same for our x's, it was our y's that had a negative result. So we basically just flipped the signs of our y's when you reflect across the x-axis. Looking at this next pre-image down here on the left, if I look at letter A, I'm going to go -1, 2, 3, 4 up 1. B is -1, -1, +1. C is -2, -1. And D is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, -5, -1. Okay, now I'm reflecting across y equals -3. So in that case, if I think of my y-axis as a number line, right? This is 0, this is -1, -2, -3. This number is y equals this line represents y equals -3 because right here y does equal -3. No matter what x is, y is going to equal -3 right there. So that's my line of reflection because that's what they told me. I don't have to make that part up. And I just take it one step at a time just like I did. So if I'm going to go from my A, from my pre-image, if I, from this line, go up 1, 2, 3, 4, I'm going to go down 1, 2, 3, 4. There's my A prime. B is up 4, it's going to be down 4. B prime. C is up 2, it's going to go down 2. D is up 2, it's going to go down 2. And connect your dots. It's much easier if you do it that way compared to just trying to move the whole image in your mind and keep it together that way. All right, this last example is a little bit trickier, but it's like the example I did in my last video where I said, okay, if we're going along a diagonal, in this case we're saying that we're calling that diagonal x equals y, because if x is y, then if x is 1, y is 1. If x is 10, y is 10. So you can go ahead and just label, if you go up 1 over 1, up 2 over 2, up 10 over 10, you're going to still have all those points hitting that orange diagonal that we've got there. So if I'm reflecting across this line they give me, I want to make sure I'm paying attention to the distance from my dotted line to my pre-image. Okay, so I'm going to start with my C and my B because they're a little bit closer to my line. I'm one perfect diagonal away with my C. So for my C prime, I'm going to keep that exact distance in the other direction. From this one, I had one diagonal away from my B, so my B prime is going to be here. And then my A, I have to be careful. I'm not going to start at the line, I'm going to start at my point. A goes one diagonal, two diagonal, three diagonals, so I'm going to keep with that line. One diagonal, two diagonal, three diagonals. Here's my A prime, and I'm going to connect my dots. And now I have to list those coordinates. Oh, I forgot to do my coordinates on the last one. Well, I'll go ahead and do them on this one. So for my original A, it was over 1, up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1 and then 7. For my B, it was over 1, 2, 3, 4, up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 4, 6. And C, I didn't have a D on this one. I was going to do a quadrilateral. Up or over 1, up 3. And then over here, I'm going to do my primes. And the adding and subtracting for my X and my Y aren't working on this one because we didn't simply do a horizontal or vertical movement. So on this one, my C prime is over 3 up 1. Make sure you put it on the right number, or excuse me, on the right coordinate point. My A is over 4, 5, 6, 7 up 1. And my B prime, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, and then 4.